It's time for the CMC Super Show.
CMC
Super Show.
CMC
Super Show.
CMC
Super Show.
CMC
Super Show.
CMC Super Show.
Good morning. It is 10:04 a.m. here in Rota, and as always, I am Petty Officer Hepburn, aka YF Menace. And you know when you hear that introduction that it is time for the CMC Super Show. So how are you doing today, CMC?
Great, and good morning to our Rota family. Nice to be back on air.
Yes, and of course, I know that you might be confused because it's the morning, but there's never a better time to see the CMC.
And I have to double check myself. I usually do this in the afternoon, so
yes,
it'll be a different change, right?
This is true. So, of course, the kids have gotten out of school, so that means that summer has officially begun. So what do you commonly do with your kids during the summer, and do you have any special traditions?
So summertime, that's more time with the kids, and of course, kids loved it, right? Spending time with their parents. For my case, I have 3 girls, and they always want to do beach or pool, right? Or travel somewhere, right? They cannot be in the house for one day. You know, at least half a day they have to go somewhere and do things, right?
Okay. And then what family travel or event plans do you have to spend time with your children while they're out of school? Yeah,
so as soon as they got off, we actually just came back from a few days trip to Nice, France, and it was amazing. I would say we learned a lot of history there. First off, it's cheap price to get there, airfare wise, and my wife planned for all the travels that we do, and this time, fortunate for us, we got lucky on getting a nice place for a budget travel, right? And found out that this place we stayed at, instead of Nice, France, the beach over in Nice city is like nothing but pebbles and rocks. So we found out a place about 30 minutes west or east, actually, sand beach, and it's called Ville Franche sur Mar, and found out that it used to be the spot for Sixth Fleet, all the ships and flagship. They anchored out in the harbor, deep water, nice beach, great restaurant, and feel like if you're interacting with all these locals, they speak like fluent English, right? No accent and whatnot. They're like a lot of Americans because there's some influence there back in the days, back in 1946 to 66. So before Gaiera, Italy became a Gaiera, Italy for Sixth Fleet headquarters. So that was fun.
Okay. And then what things and events are there on base to keep kids occupied during the summer?
All right. So recently we just did last Saturday. We had the Armed Forces. We got about 4 professional soccer players, right? And it was a great turnout for all the kids that show up with the parents. It was a great event, about 2 to 3 hours out there by the gym. And then what's coming up, we got kids bowl free summer league Monday to Friday from 12 to 5 p.m. at the bowling alley. So make sure you guys register online and have your score recorded on the leaderboard. And then you also have youth sports and STEM summer camps weekly throughout the summer. Check out the Vamos magazine for more information for that. And then of course outdoor pool. They're open from Wednesday through Sunday, noontime to 1900. And then if you want to learn to swim, they got some, classes throughout the day or certain days throughout the week. So make sure you sign up your kids for that, and they'll get wristband, and they'll be able to, use the slides at the pool. So that's what's coming up that I'm tracking.
And then we also have an important holiday approaching as well, America's 250th birthday. So what is in store for the 4th of July, CMC? All
right, so what's coming up? We just did this morning a flag raising ceremony rehearsal. That's going to be for tomorrow, flag raising ceremony, starting at 8, or actually show up at 7:30. But all the major commanders, major commands, supporting commands is going to be part of that. and that includes GSs and our host nation partners, local nationals. They're welcome to join in our annual flag raising ceremony tomorrow, and then we're going to have that nice photo that you see throughout the installation with a lot of our supporting commands in uniform. So that's going to be tomorrow happening. And then what's coming up, the big event will be Independence Fest, July 2nd, from 1700 to 2300. We have plenty of food, a lot of music going on, and then carnival games, and all capped off with fireworks at the evening as soon as the sun sets. And then this is to celebrate our Freedom 250 the right way. And then there's also some carnival rides require a wristband, $7 per person until July 1st. So make sure you guys register today, no later than tomorrow, and then at the Liberty Center, if I'm not mistaken. And then they also offer a VIP lounge, right, ticket. So there's more information on the Facebook group for Rota MWR. So hit them up. If I'm not mistaken, it's about $800 group event, right? They have some food, beverages, drinks, and all that. And you have a nice seating area there, so VIP lounge. So you guys are more than welcome to inquire for the VIP. And then get with Liberty Center for that as well.
Okay, and then what does Freedom 250 mean to you, and why is this year's 4th of July so special?
So this 4th of July is so special, especially this year, right? Because Freedom 250 commemorates 250 years since the founding of the United States, and marking the nation's journey from the 13 colonies to a global power, while the principles of liberty, equality, and self-governance, right? So our PAO team and a lot of our leadership have been, communicating this throughout the year, the last few months, and this is not just for Rota. This is really worldwide, especially back in CONUS, right? It's a big thing. And there's a couple of things that I kind of educated myself on that as well, or I became aware. We've received some comments about, why is it Freedom 250 and why is it America 250, right? So doing my research and talking with our PAO, that's really, bottom line is the Freedom 250 is what we were delegated down to us by our higher headquarters to use, and then the America 250 is also an organization, and so as the Freedom 250. So that's under, the 501 Chapter 3. They're all organization, but it don't matter what we use. But for this time, professionally for us, we're using the Freedom 250. But overall, they're all the same organization with the same purpose. Commemorating the history of American history, and they do have some programs in place, setting up all these events, and also education and all that for our Americans throughout the world. So that's good stuff.
Okay. And of course, we do have some of Team Rota that recently celebrated a birthday as well. So we'll find out more about who they are and what they do right after this song break. Once again, that was Miguel with Sure Thing, and we are back with more of the CMC show. But of course, on June 14th, we celebrated the U.S. Army's 251st birthday. And here to talk more about what it's like being a soldier on a Navy base and their branch birthday is Sergeant Leonardo Luna and Sergeant Jessica Thomson from the U.S. Army Veterinary Readiness Activity Italy Rota branch.
All right. Good morning, Sergeant Luna and Sergeant Thomson. Thompson with no P. There you go. So now, welcome to the CMC Super Show. Usually I ask 5 things about you. So first off would be, what got you here to Rota? Where you from? What got you here to Rota?
Good morning. Thank you for having us. Yes, I am from Long Beach, Southern California. And this is my second naval base. I come from Bremerton to Rota, so I just knew I had to do a naval base again. Mm-hmm. So I just decided to go to Rota.
So you're not new, so that's a good thing. But how long have you been in the service?
I've been in 5 years.
5 years. So throughout your career, your first 2 command is working on a Navy installation.
I did 1 year in Korea, and then from there on, I went to Bremerton. So
yeah.
About 4 years. 4 years on a naval base.
Okay, good. And then in Korea, you work with mostly Army, or you have Navy
Correct.
folks too?
It was mostly Army.
Okay,
Yes.
good. How about you, Thompson?
I am from Cool, California. I came here from the Naval Medical Research Center in Silver Spring, Maryland. So I was
Okay.
also at a naval site before. And then I was also in Korea before that. So I've been in it for about 5 years.
So yeah, do you guys know each other before?
Yes.
Wow, that's
CMC.
awesome. That's awesome, man. So now, same thing. Do you guys have family here? Married or single?
No family. No. Single.
Okay.
No family for me either.
All right. So now, this follow-up question would be: what hobbies do you guys do in your off time?
Yeah, I like to run. Running clubs are the new trend. So it's fun to join and be a part of.
And what better place to run than in Rota, right?
Right, by the beach.
By the beach, beautiful weather. Okay. How about you?
I would probably say traveling around, trying new food. I like to go hiking and just get out.
Okay. So now, in Spain, what are your favorite spots to do on a long weekend, like a day trip somewhere?
I would say my favorite spot to go to would probably be Tarifa. It's just a nice little beach
Yeah,
town.
Been there a few times, and my girls love,
I love
it too. The dunes, there's a couple of spots. We stayed we did glamping there too recently, so it was good. Okay, so best part of serving in Rota?
Yeah, the best part of serving in Rota is just being able to support our sister branches, the civilians and families in Rota.
Okay, and then of course, what got you interested in taking care of animals, Thompson?
I would say the thing that got me interested would be, well, I grew up on a farm in Northern California, so I was always around animals, and I knew that I just wanted to work with them for my life. And when I was in high school, my high school had a program that allowed me to intern at vets' offices, and I fell in love with it.
That's awesome. And then you're enjoying it so far because you're still doing it, right? All right, so now let's go back to the mission and what you guys do here to support not just our military working dogs, but also the community. So what are the mission and day-to-day operation in the clinic for the Rota branch? How many personnel? You guys got about 4 or 5, right? And then 1 or 2 vets, 1 military, and I'm tracking local national, I believe, from off base. She works with all of you, and then of course you 2 plus 1 more, right? Staff sergeant.
Yeah, so we have 1 veterinarian that's military and another that is a civilian, 1 vet tech, and 3 food inspectors. So, yeah, we're a small unit here in Rota.
Okay, and between Captain Chimalek, the base CEO, we always talk about during ICR that we have Navy, Marines, FASUR, right, and then we got Air Force. And then we always tell them, yeah, we also have Army here, whether you like it or not, and we always tell them that it gets pretty small, but it's a big part of the community. So I'm glad that our PAO actually contacted you guys to be part of my show. So that's awesome. Now, let's talk about services provided by the vet clinic and facility to our community.
So some of the services that we provide at the vet clinic would be annual vaccine appointments, sick call appointments with diagnostic x-rays and ultrasounds. But mostly we do the health certificates for the travel to get your pets back to your next duty assignment.
PCS, so your team is really responsible for that for the most part.
Yes.
Right? Okay. And then any job specification or training required to work at the vet?
No, we overgo a military MOS training. So mine was 3 months to do my job as a food inspector here on base.
And then for you, for vet tech, how long is the school?
The school would be 12 weeks training course in San Antonio.
Okay, good. And then what's the most fun and toughest part of the vet job?
I would say the part that's probably most fun is just seeing the progress of each patient and being able to see the start and finish of a diagnosis for me. And then the toughest part would probably be like knowing when to say goodbye and
that's
telling
always
owners.
tough, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then life of a soldier on board any of an U.S. Navy installation. Because you mentioned both of you have been to, this is the second time on a Navy installation. So how is that, the difference between Bangor, Washington, and of course, Rota, Spain?
So I would say that they're both small bases, but each base has a very close community. And each ship and facility here on base feels like a family, being so small. So that's how I see it differentiate from a naval base to an army base.
Okay. Anything to add, Thompson?
Nothing really to add. Just I had a lot more Army friends and Army people at my last base. We were with RARE, so the Army research people.
I have to ask this because you guys are, I don't want to say my neglected child, but I always tell people that you guys exist there, right? And you are a part of the team. Do you feel that you're neglected or you're part of the community?
I would say definitely a part of the community.
Okay.
Everybody's been so great to us.
You don't have to lie. All right. So that's good to know, right? And if there's anything that I can do or my team can do for you guys and the team, let me know, right? So we're here for everybody. So don't, what you guys do for the community is pretty big, and we appreciate you. And then every time, the only time that really we go there, at least the triad leadership, is for zone inspection, or we're following up with your leadership on certain things. So that's the only time we go there. So I've been there a few times for inspecting, make sure you guys got the facility and it's upkeep correctly and AC working, especially summertime, right? So let us know what we can do for your team up there, okay? And then last question. Importance of and meaning of the United States Army's birthday to you. Since we've celebrated your birthday recently, last month, or a few days ago, so what was that? What is that like, in your opinion?
As we say, it's always a great day to be in the Army, but the Army's birthday is a day that we could celebrate and honor the heroes of the Army today and always.
Okay, so great to know that. And then from that, we'll let DJ YF Menace.
Yes, so of course, Team Rota is comprised of a variety of backgrounds, skills, and experiences that make it a strategic hub and vibrant community. And we got some more unique members of Team Rota on the show in just a moment. Good morning again. It is 10:31 a.m. And have you ever wondered how you get your mail, personnel, property, car, or parts and equipment for your job overseas to Spain? Well, there's a big logistics operation behind it, and we've got two experts from Naval Supply Systems Command, NAVSTA Fleet Logistics Center, FLC Sigonella Site Rota here, and welcome aboard RS1 David Jackson and LS1 Jairo Gomez.
All right, so welcome to CMC Super Show, LS1 and RS1. And I got a few questions to ask all of you. So any of our guests in the show, right? We asked them about journey to Rota, how got you here, where you came from, and then family and hobbies, right? So we're gonna ask that. So I'm gonna start with LS1. So what got you here to Rota and your last command?
Good morning. Last command was the USS Cole DDG 67 over in Norfolk. I got here about 7 months ago. Excited to be here. I think, the flights were easy. I think it's funny because most complaints is everyone complaining about the Madrid airport, just how packed it is and how it's hard to find your gates. But it was a smooth ride over here.
Okay, and then I'm assuming you speak Spanish?
Yes, I do.
Fluently?
Yes.
Good. So that's great to always have that, knowledge and skill set. Man.
Yes.
All right, RS1. You've been with FLC Rota for a minute.
Yes, CMC, about 2 years.
2 years, and what's next for you?
Right now, I've been selected for LPD 17, USS San Antonio.
San Antonio, back in San Diego?
Back in Norfolk.
Oh, they're in Norfolk now.
Yes.
Okay. So that's going to be awesome.
Should be fun.
Yeah, and they're going to be running that ship, man. You know, and hopefully for both of you, we were talking offline, hopefully you guys make chief, yes. Right? See your name on that list, and it'll be much even better, right?
Yes.
All right, and then family. I know you're married.
I am.
2 kids.
Yes.
All right, how they're doing?
They're doing great. 2 kids here, 11 and 15.
Okay.
So they're doing great. Love Spain.
And then LS1.
Single, no dependents.
So you got all the money. So you got more money than we do, and then you can do whatever you want after work.
Yep, dinner on me.
Dinner on you. All right. Well, we'll put tabs. Make sure we do reservation PAO, and then, you know, of course, DJ. We'll make a reservation on LS1. Okay. And then hobbies. Anything? Do you guys do anything? You know, after work? What do you guys like doing? Especially now it's summertime, right? So what do you do, hobbies wise?
So for me, I love playing soccer or football, you know, and I'm excited to be in a country where it's huge. So very excited about that. I've been playing a lot lately. I love to go fishing, which, you know, is a lot of that here as well. Love going to the gym and love traveling. So I think I'm in the perfect place.
Oh, yeah. And then you know what? CYP, Coach Shelton still needs some coaches. So go talk to him. And the more coach we have for our youth, the better we will have and entertain all the kids that we have in the community, right? So that's a task here for you. So look
Absolutely.
it up. They'll provide you all the process and training through NAVSTA.org, and you'll be part of our, you know, wonderful coach staff and military folks that volunteer to be a coach, right? So that's good stuff. How about you, RS1?
Yes, CMC. Prior to coming to Spain, my hobby more so was riding motorcycles. Didn't get to bring that over with me, but after about 7.5 years consecutive sea duty, my biggest hobby now is just spending time with the family, just getting out.
And it really changes for if you have kids, whatever they want to do, man. I mean, I used to play a lot of golf when I was in Hawaii, and then came over here. Of course, whatever they want to do, right? So that's a different set of hobbies. So that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And then now, best part of, let's talk about RS1. Let's talk about best part of serving in Spain, especially in post office.
Okay. So to speak on the Spain sector, this is my first overseas tour. So.
And how long you been in?
I've been in 17 years.
17 years.
15 years I decided to come overseas. It was my first overseas tour, so definitely it's been a great experience. Learning new culture, experiencing another country, actually living in theater, living in that country. So, yeah. And then the post office is also new. It's new to our rate, being RS. LS is used to handle that, but it's been a new learning curve. So I think it kind of gave me a little more excitement to learn something new and different, not necessarily the everyday job of ship store or barbershop or, you know, vending machine. So I definitely enjoyed the new rate.
Different operation.
Different
right?
operation,
yeah.
correct.
So which is good. And then LS1, you know, what's the best part? Are you part of the LSR team or?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm in the LSR shop. I took over as LPO. What I love about Spain is that I can speak the language, so I can connect more with, you know, locals and have, you know, deep conversations, things like that. Get to know them a little better, you know, instead of just small talk. So I do appreciate that a lot about this country, you know, get to learn a lot about their culture, going out there playing soccer with them. So. Yeah. I'm happy to be here. I think I've wanted these orders since I've joined the Navy.
And that's good, right? So now, take 5 is usually what we do as CMC and our team. To ask you, I'm going to ask you 5 questions specific about your job and also personal stuff. So first question would be, what is the part of your job that people understand the least as an LS?
As an LS, I think it's just...
LS is logistics specialist, by the way.
So I think a lot of times people expect LSs to be like magicians, you know, where parts and services come out of thin air, you know, and I think it's people don't understand that logistics takes, you know, a lot of planning from a lot of different places, you know, from the United States to here. So a lot of times I know emergencies happen and people would, you know, expect things to happen quick. So just time, you know, people expect things to happen in a quick turnaround, but unfortunately, that's not always the case. We do our best, and so does the Navy, and a lot of times we do meet a lot of requirements in a timely manner, but just sometimes, you know, can't always have everything happen so fast,
24 hours. That's my expectation. If I order something, y'all better get them in a few hours. If not, you're gonna come see me. No, you're good. Yeah, that's right. And then now for RS1, talk about, your job, specific job that people understand the least.
Yeah, I think LS1, he pretty much, not to use the Navy term piggyback, but I'm going to piggyback off of what he said, because 100%, just know that your package is not going to get from San Diego to Spain in 3 days. It's not going to happen,
We don't have a Prime, Amazon Prime.
Yeah, so that's the biggest thing. Just be patient. It's on the way.
Okay, so is there an initiative, because since I left NAVSTA, a few years now, so is there any initiative that you're tracking from your end about putting an Amazon locker off base closer?
I think it may be a great idea, but I haven't heard that yet. So
do I have to use ice comment and I'm gonna start pinging Sapo? What's going on?
Hey, ice comments is not always for negative things,
Yeah. All right. Well, I got a follow up, task here then. All right. So that's good. So, I understand the Amazon effect. Certain season, right? And I'm tracking the growth in Rota. We're trying to, your team are trying to expand that post office so
right.
There's more access to it. I'm tracking all the concerns as well. I don't want to say complaints, but concerns, right? We get those all the time. And then your team up there, Hector's still there, right?
He is.
And he's about to transfer or
he's about
retire.
To retire.
Man, so he's been out here for a minute, and then you got a new team. So I believe that, I think, you guys have done great job on all the initiative, including the kiosk, right? That was a big push. I remember when I was in Sigonella headquarters. But, continue improving, making sure that, part of logistic and being in supply really is customer service. That's a big, first and foremost, right? Make sure we take care of everybody else. Now, my follow-up question to both of you would be, who's taking care of you? Right, so make sure the follow-up question that I would be having would be, hey, what do you do after work? Which we kind of talked about the hobbies earlier, but making sure that you guys have a work-life balance as well. You have family, take care of them, keep the wife happy.
Right.
That's the first and foremost, right? And then you being single, know who you hang out with and all that, and then enjoy the travel opportunity that we have here, as long as you stay out of trouble. So now another question would be, I'm not gonna ask you about your rate. I think I'm kind of biased because I kind of understand what you guys do and logistically. Now, third question will be, how does it feel knowing you are supporting operational forces every single day? We'll start from you because you does the LSR portion.
So it gives me comfort because I was on the other side of the house, so I was on the DDG, and most of the time I'd just send emails out and things would happen. I wouldn't know how they happen, but now knowing this side of the house, where how everything works and all the systems in place to make sure all these things are working, it gives me a lot of comfort knowing that there's a lot of people, a lot of hands in the pot trying to get something done, get a mission done.
Okay, that's good. And RS1 post office is a different beast. How do you feel about it when you accomplish certain things?
It's actually a great feeling, Master Chief, CMC. Just knowing that my team, our team, is having an impact on every ship, every sailor, every airman that is going from the Med to the Atlantic or vice versa. Just a great feeling knowing that you're reaching out and touching these commands.
So now, supporting the mission on the military side, that's Fleet Mail Center. And then, of course, the local community is a mission too, right? The family dependents. I always call them Amazon effect. So making sure that we take care of them continuously and make them feel welcome. So I'm going to tell you, Amazon, always pick up mail for my wife, not me. Probably twice a year for me, but everything else will be my wife. All right, fourth question. When you order something online in your personal life, do you think about how it gets to you or logistic required every time you do it? You kind of go over that earlier, LS1, but for RS1, working at post office, what do you do? Any tricks that you can provide to the local community?
Actually, pretty much what was mentioned earlier, just patience, tracking, maintain those tracking numbers, know the correct websites to get on. Prior to getting in the mail's operation, I didn't really think about it. I didn't think about how things get from one place to another, but that supply chain is definitely interesting. So,
all right, and then last question before we turn it over to our DJ. What is your dream job after you get out of the Navy? Because you have how many years now?
I'm at 17.
17, and how many years?
I'm hitting 9 this year.
9? Man, when did you make first class?
I made it at my 6-year mark.
Okay, great. So that's awesome. So you're on a fast track. All right. What's your dream job?
Education counselor. I would love to go work at a high school.
Yeah.
Just give back to the young, mentor, guide them, hopefully guide them in the right direction. So that's my dream job.
That's good.
Yeah.
For me, mostly I just don't want to work as much. I want to, maybe do 3-4 days. So I was thinking potentially an airport job where your hours are flexible and you get flight benefits. You could still travel for free, So I think working at an airport would be a good ideal
Airport
job.
is busy, man. I don't know what you're talking
about. It's busy, but not like you got flexible hours. My brother works at an airport and you can kind of pick their hours.
Okay, good. All right, well, thank you to both of you. Any last comms to the community?
No last comms. I just say thank you. This is an amazing opportunity. First in my career, so thank you all.
That's good.
Absolutely. Same time. Same thing. First time on the radio, Appreciate everyone's time.
All right, over to you, DJ YF Menace.
So, of course, NAVSTA FLC eyes help you get what you need from point A to point B, and they also support every command based here at Naval Station Rota, as well as the deployed and rotational forces. But how do they do it? So, of course, we can learn a little more from them.
All right, so now let's talk about the mission of NAVSTA FLC Sigonella. And focus on the LSR. You kind of talked about it, but I would say for the LSs in NAVSTA and also some of our local nationals and GSs, let's talk about codes, if you guys are familiar with the codes, or specifically being an LSR, the training requirements.
So for us, we have about 3 qualifications, which is LSR Apprentice, then it's LSR Journeyman, and Master LSR. So it's just levels of LSR, which stands for Logistics Support Representative, and it's coordinating with the ships, coordinating with tenant commands, coordinating with personnel on base to provide services, right? So we do a lot of middle manning. So we're here supporting transiting ships, making sure that they get whatever requirements they need. So there's levels to it. You start off, with minor stuff, then it gets busier. You get more tasking, more important requirements.
And then, of course, part of the LSR or the LS side of the house, you guys do ground transportation, right, throughout the AOR. But at the same time, if I want to order or ship anything from East Coast, how does it get here?
So you would order it through whatever system you're going through. So whether that's our supply, if you're aviation, now Comas, ERP, all of these websites, and you would pay for it. It needs to get paid for, so funding, all of that, and then they would send it off wherever the item manager is, depending on what it is you're ordering, would ship it off to wherever it needs to come, and we're a hub here, so everything comes through our building.
Okay, good, and you guys stay busy. Now,
yes.
That's on the supply side. Let's talk about the postal side.
On the postal side, one of the main NEC is the Independent Postal Clerk NEC. So we go to school to get that, and then we have a couple
S12 Alpha?
S12 Alpha, correct.
But you do have S12 Bravo now, correct?
We do, also S12 Bravo. So anybody working in the post office has to go through and get that school prior. And the main objective is to just connect families, connect dependents or whatever. Mom sending their child a package, or a family member sending their child a package, or important documents coming across from the States, for the families, local families here, all type of things, birth certificates, marriage certificates, just making sure that it get in the right hands.
Okay, so now usually time frame wise, from States to here in Rota, What does that look like? 7 days?
We like to say 7 to 10 days.
7 to 10 days.
Give us at least 7 days. After 10 days, then you start kind of like, oh, like, where's my package, you know?
Yeah. And then, of course, the Amazon Prime, if you're going to use Amazon España, and then you have a local address you leave off base, then you can use your address off base. You'll get them in 24 hours,
Correct.
but not through USPS.
Correct.
Okay. And then certain locations here in the region, like Sigonella, it takes about 14 days, average 10 to 14 days, because same thing. It goes through here, and then it gets shipped or airlift to SIG whenever availability happens, right? So, okay. And then now, one of you can talk about the importance of logistics to support the fleet and enable warfighters, which LS1 have already hit up earlier. Is there anything else that we didn't cover as far as supporting the warfighters and then, warfighters and families as well, right? What else is there that you guys do that's available within the NAVSTA FOC SI enterprise that we have here in Rota?
So here for logistics, supporting the units, we just got to make sure that we are able to provide them with whatever services they need, right? Whether it's hazmat, whether it's fuels, making sure that they get fuel. We got to do provisions. We got to make sure they get fed. Mail is a very big important thing too, because it keeps everyone going. It makes people excited, for hearing from their families, getting things from their families. So all the logistics, and without logistics, there is no military,
Yeah,
so,
that's important.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
And then how about household goods?
Yep. Just to add, I was going to add that household goods, that's part of NAVSTA also, VPC. Everybody want to know where their car at.
Yeah.
ICR,
you got a tracker, right?
Yeah, ICR brief, that's the number one question. Where's my car? How do I find out when I'm going to get my household goods, So any questions with that, Building 55, we're there.
Okay, good. And then really, we are... I can tell you that you guys have a great team in FOC Rota, right? So keep that up, especially with our local national host nation partners out there. A lot of civilians that work at FOC, and most of them been working 3 or 4 generations, right? They have the knowledge, they have all the tricks in the hat, and how to do everything quickly and efficiently. So make sure you guys give them some kudos from us, give them some thank you and appreciation for all that stuff that they do. Okay, I know we're gonna get done here early, so over to you.
Yeah, so of course we appreciate all of the services that you at NAVSTA provide to our supported commands and community as a whole. And then speaking of community, CMC, would you like to share some community updates?
All right, so personal shout outs, congratulations to everyone. Very own our Air Operation Officer, Lieutenant Commander Butler Ricketts, on his selection for commander. So congratulations to you, sir. And then we appreciate the support from the USO in recognizing our sailor of the quarter across the installation. They always do this every quarter, so awesome job to our USO. And then advancing result already. It should be coming up here soon. I forgot the date, but it should be coming out. So let's keep an eye out on that. And then good luck to all of you. And then public service announcement. As always, the entry-exit system. So as a personnel stationed in Spain, as member of the force, member of the civilian component and their dependents, shall not register for the EU entry-exit system when prompted at Spanish immigration. Be advised that not everybody's tracking this. So just be cautious, be professional with them, don't argue with them, and then just let them know that you're exempt as part of the NATO status of forces agreement. And then personal and travel, unofficial travel should review the foreign clearance guide prior to travel. Things might change, a week ago, right? So make sure you guys are up to date, and then make sure you guys sign up to the Smart Travel as well, notification. And then when you guys going on leave, Liberty Travel and their dependents should carry the following: no fee tourist passport, TEI, CAT card, your military ID, government ID, orders and NATO orders, right? So that way, whatever they ask you, you can present it to the immigration officer when prompted or asked. okay? And then be polite with them, and then show any documentation as requested by the agent to prove status here in Spain. And do not register at the kiosk. You should be directed directly to the immigration agent, and then your fingerprints may be scanned. This does not constitute registration, okay? Another update here, next uniform compensation if you graduated boot camp on or after June 1st, 2024 and did not receive certain uniform in your C bag, you are eligible for compensation, so contact the email rtcuniforms@nextweb.org with your name and graduating company, date and phone number, personal email address before September 30th to receive next e-gift card to receive your own your owed uniforms. And then, of course, we do have the Andalusia annual burn ban started June 1st until October 15th. So, especially on base, to include Seaview Pines area, Camp Mitchell, Camp Cologne. So make sure there's no campfire, open burning, barbecuing, or outdoor cooking in those areas. Any activity that could generate sparks or ignite vegetation, and driving or parking vehicles on dry grass, brush, or any other combustible vegetation. So make sure you guys are aware of that, what you're doing. And then if there's any question, call the Fire Prevention Division at 727-4877. And then last thing, what's coming up, we kind of talked about it earlier. MWR ticket sign up. So make sure, as far as they do have technical issues, so MWR tickets cannot be purchased via smartphone, only available for purchase in person or on the desktop or laptop, right? So don't use your mobile phone. There's no update yet. That includes getting tickets for movies. Just use your desktop or laptop for that, okay? Independence Fest is coming up July 2nd, so make sure you guys go out there and enjoy and celebrate with us. And check Vamos magazine and Facebook, Rota MWR, for as their primary means for any communication, social media.
Alrighty, well, as always, thank you to our Army veterinarians for taking care of our pets, and our NAVSTA FLCSI team for taking care of our logistics for our community. So remember, you can always listen to the CMC Super Show anytime now by using your favorite podcast platform, including Apple Music, YouTube Music, Pandora, and Amazon Music.